So wildlife diseases pose a big problem for conservation, and the most obvious thing to do is to just treat it, because you don't want your animals going towards extinction. Now, one of the biggest problems that are facing North American hibernating bats today is white nose syndrome. It's caused by the fungus Pseudogymnoascus destructans, and it affects bats during the hibernation phase. What happens is it grows on the nose and the exposed wing of the bats, and so when the bats go to sleep, it causes them to wake up more often than they're used to. Now, they have body fat reserves for them to normally wake up, but because the disease makes them wake up more often than usual, it just burns through these fat reserves very quickly and causes starvation, especially during a time where food source is scarce or none. So my project is to test 2 potential treatments for this disease. First, you got to test it in a lab, then you got to test it on a bat, and then after that, you can do it in nature. You can't just do it in nature because that's scary. So we collected our bats from a remote cave in central Manitoba. I'll leave you to guess what species of bat we got. We brought them back to our facility, a very safe animal facility, and then, this is the sad part, we gave them the disease. And then after that, hey, we gave each group a treatment, and then just to see how they would do. After that, what do? You look at how they recover or how they deal with the disease, and over here is 5 different metrics. Now, to see how well they face the disease, and in terms of what kind of treatment or how the treatments are doing, we want it to look as similar to the healthy control bats as possible. So on the right here, you have the nice results with treatment, so that's what it looks like. On the left, you have the bats that display characteristics if they do not get any treatment or if they just get sprayed with water, unfortunately. So the first thing we look at is survivorship. That is the most obvious thing. If they die, your treatment doesn't work. Simple as that. And we look at wing damage. So for that, we take pieces of the bat's wing and we look at it under the microscope, and you can see how far the fungus has buried into the wing. The further it is, obviously, it's colonized more. And after that, you look at the fungal loading, which is if the bat if the disease has spread to the other parts of the body. And then you look at arousal frequency. I have mentioned before that bats wake up more often during hibernation if they have the disease, and so that's one of the ways. And then the last one is the most immediate way. If you look at the wings, you will obviously see that there will be less fungus. So this is what we can use to determine how good our treatments are.